Hello, no introductions today, and I just want to address the situation to make my position clear and explain the mindset and timeline from my perspective, and also specifically why my conversation with Lav is deleted at this time. I think a lot of people have inferred motivations because I've been silent while everyone else is churning out content, so we're going to correct the record. I'm currently running on 4 hours of sleep, but I drank a caffeinated beverage and can't sleep, so tough shit, we're making content that's either going to be fire or trash. We'll find out. I wanted to do an essay, but we don't have time for that, to be honest. So, Heated Hippie was 2 weeks ago. I talked about how Destiny was attracting mentally ill people and then rhetorically beating them up for an audience. My position was and is that when the bridges burn, he should use minimum amount of force necessary to achieve the desired result of no further contact with his spurned orbiters. We can land on different places for what the quote unquote minimum amount of force necessary is, but I do not believe Destiny has the same moral system. And if you take the Anna, Mr. Girl, and Lav incidents as examples, I'm reminded of the Chud logic: you're a lol cow, Max, and I'm milking you. The desire isn't to end the relationship or the distress of his opponents, it's to turn them into a publicly humiliated fool so any of their criticisms are disregarded. I also reject the premise that sending sex to Anna was necessary. I reject accepting the friend request from Lav and shit-talking her was necessary. I reject that following her onto panels is necessary. So, when Lav and Mr. Girl are accusing you of trading sexual favors for airtime, I believe the appropriate response is, no, I'm not. And there isn't any evidence to the contrary. I'm a coomer bastard who flirts with everyone and who loves receiving nudie pictures from consenting adults, but I won't fuck up my content for some titty pictures or a hookup. That's stupid. To Destiny's credit, he has said this. But I think that that is a sufficient defense, and blocking the aggressors and allowing the internet to shit talk your opponents constantly is fine. Literally 95% of the internet is constantly shit talking Lav and Max, so to pretend that you have to ride out every time and meet them in rhetorical battle is incorrect. The battle is won, firmly for Destiny and for DGG. During the show, I received a direct message from Lav asking her to come on because I was basically saying that her and Max were too mentally ill and too sensitive for the debate space. When I say mentally ill, I don't mean that as a dig. I mean that these people have some things that are wrong with them. I have a little bit of anxiety. I might have a little bit of post-traumatic stress. I'm an asshole. I'm a little bit bipolar sometimes, and manic and depressive and all that kind of shit. Sometimes that affects the way that I produce content. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't produce content. That just means that I'm going to have niches that play to my strengths and my weaknesses. And I do not believe that Lav and I do not believe that Mr. Girl are built for the debate space. That's what I mean. I also received a DM from Destiny saying that if she came on, he wanted on, presumably so he could bully her off. I think Lav, all respect given, is compulsively addicted to attention, both positive and negative. So I agreed to a one-on-one conversation at a later date so she wouldn't get bullied on the panel I was currently on. I do not plan to ever let Destiny on my platform on at the same time as Lav for the sake of confrontation. I am tucking the content, hopefully, for both of their mutual benefit. So last Friday, I had a one-on-one with Lav, also known as Femoid. I wanted to take the temperature down. The entire internet has been shit-talking her and Mr. Girl for 6 months. I figured a chill conversation about random subjects might be the right change of pace for her to get away from Destiny as a topic. I was admittedly too chill in the conversation, and it seems like the chief complaint is I didn't push back or ask for clarification when she alleged that Destiny wanted pay-for-play titty pics for stream air time. Here's the thing. I'm not retarded and autistic, so I already knew what Lav was going to say. Or at least I understood it in a way charitably. But it's my mistake for assuming that you, the audience, DGG, specifically the parasocial Simpson DGG, and other creators are not retarded and autistic. So I'll explain my exact thoughts at that moment. Descriptively, a sex worker is leaving the industry in which she trades her body to thousands of consumers on a daily basis for pay. This might be a bad thing for her, but it is something that she is accustomed to, something that is normal for her. She makes a friend who is successful in a parallel career field who encourages her to switch over. During her transition, that friend asks her for sexy pictures. Consciously or subconsciously, the sex worker tells herself, well, I want to stop sending nude pictures to thousands of people to make a living, so if I send nudes to this one person who is highly connected, He will help me transition into this new career, and I will be able to escape my current situation. It's logical, straightforward, and understandable, even if that's not actually the situation. I feel like I know Destiny well enough to understand his social and sexual habits. In our direct messages, he's called me buddy, pal, partner, princess, love. He sent me heart emojis and is overall just a friendly and kind of flirtatious guy. I don't think he wants to bang me, and I don't think that he wants me to bang him. I think this is a pattern of speech for how he communicates, because he wants to be nice, number one, and number two, if someone flirts back, that might be a sign that they want to have a physical relationship with him. The platonic people can be playful, but remain platonic. The people who are interested sexually can proposition him since he is open with his sexuality. Considering Destiny received openly sexual messages from Lav since the beginning of the relationship, it's not only possible, it is probable, nearly a certainty, that he believed that she was as sexually as open as he was. Not only that, but since she was instantaneously receptive to him requesting nudes from her, and he followed all the correct procedures for two adults having a consensual sexual relationship, he didn't think of their relationship as transactional. At least I have no evidence to that. These positions are not mutually exclusive, and pretending they are is fucking retarded. If you argue against me on this point, you're a fucking idiot, and I'll just mute you or ban you from this channel. This is not the DGG subreddit, and I don't have to read your 10-paragraph parasocial schizo post. Someone using their sexuality as a tool for financial and social advancement, using their sexuality for financial and social advancement, and a powerful person who is very open sexually being receptive to that relationship, unaware or uncaring of that person's motivations, is totally normal in a free society in which adults make decisions about who they sleep with, when, where, and why. And both parties can have a bad taste in their mouth when their relationship sours. So what I did then, and what I wish everyone else would do, is ignore this part of their relationship. Lab is intelligent. I will stand by that. A full 70 to 80% of our conversation is about sex, gender, relationships, power dynamics, patriarchy, Andrea Dworkin, self-actualization, and a whole bunch of other frankly really cool topics totally unrelated to Destiny. I really enjoyed that conversation and will likely post the video without the Destiny drama, or with the Destiny drama removed. Lab will also be on the Heated Hippie tomorrow, barring any complications, talking about something completely unrelated to Destiny, and if Destiny comes up, I will push the conversation away from that topic. In the after show, no one will be invited into the closed room. It will be a closed room, and if the topic turns to Destiny, I will either move the conversation on or I will end the show. I will not add fuel to the fire of this drama, and I have no intentions of either milking Lav or Destiny's personal pain. I like Destiny. I still like Destiny. If he or DGG isn't a big fan of mine right now, I completely understand. I still consider him a friendly professional peer and a friendly acquaintance. If I were his friend, though, if he were to DM me and say, Connor, you and I are friends now. Talk to me like a friend. I would say, stop having casual hookups. You cannot know someone well enough to know if they're mentally, socially, or spiritually sound in a short period of time. I would say, stop hooking up with mentally ill women unless you're ready for them to blow up your life. I would say, your content, lost my place, and I'm not editing because fuck you, that's why. I would say your content is attracting mentally ill people to you and then destroying them rhetorically for a crowd. It's fun. I like it. It's good memes. But you are going to continue to pay dire social consequences for as long as you have the eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth moral system. I would also say that you are addicted to being in the moment, being in combat, and being in a fight or flight scenario. So you seek out these combative scenarios, and this is likely related to a spiritual void in your life you should seriously consider. Maybe don't go after a personal god, but go on another mushroom trip and see what the spirits have to tell you. It's my sincere hope that he and Lav can move past each other, and I think they would both be better for it, and frankly, at this point, so would the fucking content. So that's what I wanted to say to Destiny and Lav and to the audience, and now I want to address specifically the DGG Schizo Simps who were in my comments with that video. So while I know replying to schizophrenics is not a good use of my time, I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. It seems like a good use of my time right now. And I want to make something abundantly fucking clear as I lose my space. One, if I wanted to get stoned and have a casual conversation with Hitler about the threat of global Jewry, and it was my total contribution to that conversation was, gotcha, anything else, love you, be careful, I don't give a flying fuck what you think. And if you care so much about Lab as a threat to your parasocial dad, then why don't you fire up your fucking web camera and come to the debate space, you fucking pussy-ass cowards. Two, someone said they couldn't believe I didn't push back on Lab after everything Destiny has done for me. I have repeatedly, publicly and privately thanked Destiny for maintaining relationships with smaller creators because while it does get uncomfortable at times, he helps vitalize the space. That does not put him above criticism, and that doesn't mean that I have to white knight for his fucking honor every time someone shit talks him. Someone shit talking Destiny in front of me and me shit talking Destiny are two different things. You will notice the key difference is that when they do it, their mouth will move. And if I shit talk Destiny, which to my recollection, I haven't at any time, you will notice it because my mouth will be moving. 3. DGG likes to fall behind the veil of it's not harassment, it's criticism. But when you see the exact same comment over and 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 over, starts to feel a little harassing. So if all you have to do all day is worry about the sex life of another man and carve out the Cheeto crust out of your fucking belly button in order to shit talk someone in a YouTube comment section, I suggest you find a better hobby like stargazing on fucking train tracks. And I think that's it for me. So love you. Be careful.